I'm standing here with Tom Burke of Burke Reptiles, and I want to show you guys some amazing bloody albino. Take a look at this snake. Tom?
This is actually a blood sunglow.
Blood sunglow.
So
talk to me a little bit about what genes are in this animal.
Well, it's a hypo, which is a dominant, which makes it the sunglow, and albino and a blood. The albino and blood are both the recessive gene, and then combined with the hypo makes it a blood sunglow. This is the visual representation of all three of those genes.
Is this the reddest boa constrictor pretty much out there?
As far as I know.
Never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like it.
What year was the first year you produced one of these?
I think I've been producing them for 4 years now. 4 years to sell. I produced them 2 years prior. I produced 2 males that I kept for myself.
Which was smart.
Yeah, well, plus I put a ridiculously high price tag. I figured if somebody wanted to buy them, I would always sell anything.
Everything's for sale for the right price, Tom.
Everything's for sale for the right price, but it had a value to me. So so I didn't really want to sell them, and I didn't. And but I used those 2 males to now make what I have now, and I've been able to also kind of fine-tune the breeding. So the initial blood albinos that I produced don't look as good as the ones I produce today.
Why?
I kind of pick out the right females. I don't know.
So you're kind of line breeding them now.
Everything. I got to tell you everything.
I want to know all the secrets, Tom, because
we don't have enough time. I'm 61 years old. It might take 60 years.
You've been breeding snakes for a very long time now. Would you say this is the pinnacle of what you've produced?
As far as I'm concerned, it is. It's been something. I have friends that used to and still kid me that my happiest would be to produce a fire engine red boa. So I'm getting there. I'm still not happy. I'll still want a little more redder and a lot more color, but they all think that I've gotten there as far as that goes. But
and I was going to ask you this. What's the next step? What could you do to make this thing redder or more enhanced?
Well, when we're done, I'll come show you what a hypo leopard looks like. And when you see the red in a hypo leopard, you'll see right away what should be on everybody's mind. So the value of having the double visuals, whether it be the blood sunglow or the blood albino, and then you look at the leopard albino or the leopard sunglows or the hypo leopards, is that you have you're gonna breed them. Because it's a recessive gene, the albino and the leopard are both going to be hets. But you're going to make 100% hets, and that's the value of having the visual homozygous animal.
What does the snake go for now, this particular one?
This particular one, anywhere from 10 to 12.5.
Okay, so this is still very high. If you want to get a visual, you can buy hets, obviously, for a little cheaper.
A lot cheaper, yeah. I mean, but that's the advantage is reflected in the price. You'll produce more down the road, and like anything else, this is a business. So the reason this is what it is because you're going to make that and more down the road.
Now, I like the blood albino because I think I like some of the white in there.
Yeah.
And it gives it kind of more, I don't know.
Let me put it away.
Yeah, let's put this one away.
I'll take that one out.
Let's look at that one. Now that has no hypo gene in it, but
this has no hypo gene. It's strictly a blood albino, and you can see the difference. The contrast in the tail, which is the albino, with the hypo. Would take that whiteness out.
Isn't that weird? Why would the white come away with the hypo gene?
Because in an albino, that white is actually the black. Like with the leopard boas, again, it's easy to demonstrate. Like the really black leopard boas are very, very white. So the black that would be in an albino or in a regular boa in an albino is white. So that white would be the black trim around the saddles.
I understand.
Okay, so in a hypo, that's gone. And that's how we actually tell the difference between the hypo, like a sunglow and an albino.
Show me the leopard albinos now, because those are gorgeous as well.
You just locked it. Close that.
Want to make sure that's locked. You don't want anyone walking away with these, Tom.
Well, I just don't want to get out.
All right. Now the leopard gene is an interesting gene because it comes from Mexico, correct?
Yeah, the Sonoran Desert, which actually borders the United States. They're a very dark boa. It was originally bred in Germany. It was not bred. It was.
That's the leopard right there, right?
Yes. It was, spontaneously produced in a litter in Germany. Was the long story. Actually, there was another litter produced by a girl who called it Mephisto boas, but she never bred them again. And then Hans Winter bred the leopard boas and named it leopard boa. But I don't know whether it's the same, but it looked the same.
How long have you been working with the leopard?
Oh, since 2001.
Okay, so you've had a lot of experience with that. And when did you first produce the first leopard, albino?
I want to say the first hets were 2008 were the first leopard albinos. 2005 were hets. 2006 I bred a leopard to an albino. 2006 I bred a leopard to a sunglow, and 2007, 2008 they were two sunglows.
Wow.
So I try to make a diverse breeding group of hets. So down the road I'm not breeding mother, daughter, and stuff like that.
What would you say makes this more spectacular in a sense than sometimes the bloody sunglows?
I wouldn't say it's more spectacular. What I like about the leopards is that every one is different. It's like snowflakes. There are no two leopards that look the same. So they have an unbelievable amount of color. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them are pretty white when they're born, but the ones that have color have, like when you look at a real leopard boa and to imagine that this red is underneath that black, it's pretty mind-boggling.
Right. Could you get the blood into the leopard albino?
Well, that's what I was saying. When you look at this and you look at a blood albino, it's going to just make even redder animals. And I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the hypo leopard. Like here's a hypo leopard.
I mean, the hypo leopard is just really, really red already.
Yeah, so when you think about this in the blood, like a blood hypo leopard, I'm not even sure if you could get a red boa. So, but that's the way to go. You just keep breeding red boas to red boas, and
ideally, you'd want to put this into the blood.
I think that's a great idea. I'm not telling you I am, but
I'm sure you probably are. Or if you haven't done it already.
You know what? I haven't done it already, and I kind of, like I start the projects and then I try to move off into other ones so the people who buy them can do all that meddling around and and have a market. I don't really like to compete with people who buy stuff from me, but so I have next year I'll have some new stuff that you've never seen before.
That's
in a whole
exciting.
Different direction.
Really?
Hopefully.
All right. You're teasing us, Tom.
Next year will be the first year that you might see it.
You're teasing us. All right, before we let you go, I want to just point out, I love your banana clowns. They just have the most amazing color. That's one of my favorite morphs. I actually have one of these at home that I bought from Garrick de Meyer. In the ball python genre, do you think the clown and the banana are the two most exciting morphs?
For me, it definitely is. There's not even a question. There's not even a, I'm not really, I shouldn't say, I should stop saying that, but I'm primarily a boa breeder. I don't really have a lot of ball pythons, but the ones I do have, I have them because I like them.
Look at that color.
And the clown is the one I like. And the banana, who doesn't like a banana?
Is it depressing when you see how the prices for bananas have dropped over the years?
I wouldn't say it's depressing. It's the normal course of business. If you've been around, any dominant gene eventually just is so, it's too easy to make.
I think these look like a Picasso painting, I always say.
I love them. It's my favorite. And the fact that it's with a recessive gene, to me, just makes it exciting. I work a lot with the clowns because I like them. So I have leopards, het leopard, spider, het leopard, all kinds of stuff that is mixed with the clown gene. Down the road, I want to just have a lot of different morphs with the clown gene.
You're doing some exciting stuff here, Tom. I appreciate you taking time to talk to us. How can people purchase animals from you? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, I have a Facebook page, Burke Reptiles. Do a search. It's a business page, so do a search for Burke Reptiles, and you can like it. And when I post pictures, I think that's how it works. When I post pictures, if you like it, you'll get some kind of picture.
Can they contact you directly from Facebook?
Yeah, my phone number is on there. You're better off calling me because sometimes I don't look at Facebook for 3 days.
You're 61, don't forget,
I can barely spell Facebook.
Thanks so much.